You lie still, breath soft, as the weight of the day loosens its grip. Outside your window, the sky deepens into blue-black ink, and stars begin to blink awake like distant thoughts you forgot you had. The room quiets, and something inside you does too. Not silence exactly, but a gentler rhythm, like waves easing along a shore you didn't realize you missed. Tonight, you are not hurrying, not counting, not pushing. You are floating, not with your feet or your fingers, but with your attention, gentle, curious, UNMOORED dot above you. The universe is not still. It only seems that way. Out there, in the places your eyes can't reach, everything is in motion. Galaxies wheel like pinwheels, stars spin like whirlpools, and light, delicate, endless light, travels in long, tireless lines. It pours from suns like rain from nowhere, threading through time and dark matter and unbending space. But light does not rush. It does not sprint or hesitate or pause to catch its breath. It moves at exactly one speed, always. The same speed, no matter what. No engine can match it. No clever machine has ever overtaken it. The fastest things we've built, satellites, rockets, even the wild dreams of the future, trail behind it like shadows behind the sun. The speed of light is not just fast. It is the fastest. It is the cosmic limit, a rule written into space, itself not enforced, but simply undeniable. The way a horizon always stays just far enough to remain out of reach, even when you walk toward it, and yet you're surrounded by light every moment of your life. It touches your skin when morning arrives. It paints your memories in color. It bounces through your eyes and into your brain, helping you recognize a face, a sunset, a page in a book. Your body does not chase it, but it listens. Light, in its speed and stillness, becomes a language, one you've known since birth. But only now, in this soft dark, do you begin to wonder, why this speed? Why not faster? Why not limitless? To begin to understand, you must forget the speeds you know. Cars on highways, planes in the sky, sound in air. Those speeds belong to matter. Things that can stop, things that slow down, things that crash and bend and burn. But light is not a thing in that way. It has no mass, no weight. It doesn't need fuel. It doesn't need roads. It moves because it always has. A traveler born in motion, born in flight. If you were to shine a flashlight across an endless room, the light would leave your hand at 299,792,458 meters per second, whether you were standing still or racing forward. That number, strange and specific, is more than a number. It is a ceiling for speed, but also a foundation. The speed of light is woven into everything. How time ticks, how gravity curves, how cause meets effect. In fact, it's not just that light moves at this speed. It's that information moves at this speed. No message, no signal, no touch or pull or glance can happen faster. It is the universe's way of saying, everything must wait its turn. Even now, as you lie here in bed, your body quietly obeys this rule. Your nerves carry signals at a whisper of light's pace. Your eyes catch light that left its source moments or millions of years ago. You are, in this sense, always looking into the past, and so the present, this moment, is not a single dot. It's a blur of arrivals, a soft choreography of things catching up to you. It is a comfort, in a way, that there is a limit, that even in the boundless vastness, there is structure, a maximum, a rhythm. This speed, this sacred upper bound, holds galaxies in check and keeps atoms from falling apart. It tells time how to tick and space how to stretch. Without it, the universe would fray at the seams, and it is not something we chose, or something anyone controls. It is simply there, quiet, exact, ever present. A built-in boundary, like the edge of a map we've not yet drawn. You picture yourself floating, not just in your bed, but in space itself. No sound, no wind, just you and the black. You reach out, and light moves past your fingertips like a stream too swift to touch. You try to catch up, but the faster you move, the harder it becomes. You realize this speed is not just ahead of you. It is inside you. It defines the rules by which you even can move. Try as you might, you can never cross that final threshold dot. Why? Because to do so would demand more energy than the universe can give. As you speed up, your mass increases, subtly at first, then dramatically. At light speed, your mass would be infinite. Time would slow to a crawl. Distances would stretch. It is not a wall, exactly. It's a horizon that forever moves as you approach it. An asymptote, an idea just beyond your fingertips. You don't need to be afraid of that limit. It's not a punishment. It's not a failure of the universe. It is its grace, its patience, its balance. And tonight, as you rest, you are invited to let that speed carry you, not forward, but inward. Let yourself drift with the knowledge that the universe has a speed it trusts, a whisper that glides from star to star, from eye to eye, a speed that defines what it means for something to happen, to exist, to be. And so you listen, not with your ears, but with your awareness. You imagine photons dancing across the emptiness. You imagine them never slowing, never breaking, never waiting. And you wonder, what stories do they carry from the places they've left behind? Because tomorrow, you'll follow one of those stories. You'll look into the night sky and realize you're not seeing what is. You're seeing what was. And isn't that a beautiful place to begin? You open your eyes slowly, even if only in your imagination. The world is dim and hushed, not dark, not gone, just quiet. Somewhere nearby, a soft glow leaks through the curtain or spills in from the hallway. But even in this stillness, your eyes are busy. They gather, collect, translate. They listen to light. Light is not just brightness. It is time arriving. It is memory made visible. Every time you look at something, a tree, a lamp, the moon, you are not seeing it now. You are seeing it then. In the moment, its light began its journey to you. Some moments are so quick, you never notice. The glow from your lamp took mere nanoseconds to cross the room. But the light from a star? It may have taken centuries, or millennia. In the time it took to reach your eyes. Whole civilizations may have risen and fallen. Stars may have died. Galaxies may have drifted apart, but the light kept coming. You blink, and in that blink is a stream of photons, tiny packets of energy that have traveled unimaginable distances, moving always at the same unbreakable speed. Photons have no mass, and so they do not age. They don't experience time the way you do. They leave, and they arrive. For them, there is no in-between. You, though, you live in the in-between. And so to see light is to peer through time itself. Of a candle, its flame flickers in the dark, tossing soft shapes on the wall. What you see is not the flame, but the light it sends. The photons scatter in all directions, some into your eye, and your brain, quietly, instantly, assembles meaning from their journey. Candle, you think, flicker, flame, warmth. But how do those photons know what to do? They don't. They aren't intelligent or willful. They simply travel, always in straight lines, unless something bends them. They don't decide. To show you a color, they are color. Red ones vibrate slowly, blue ones quickly. And your eyes, wondrous, delicate, interpret that vibration as shade, hue, contrast. You don't see photons. You see what they mean. The stars above your head each send countless photons to Earth. The faintest twinkle overhead may be the last light from a star that no longer exists. Its light the only lingering evidence that it ever lived, that it ever burned. You don't just observe the stars. You eavesdrop on their past dot. It's not just stars. Everything you see is a delay. Even a mirror shows you not yourself, but yourself an instant ago dot, and yet your brain doesn't complain. It accepts these delays. It weaves time's soft lag into a single seamless moment. Now imagine this. You step outside one evening. You look toward a bright speck in the sky. That photon, that particular one now reaching your eye, may have been born before your birth. It has slipped past comets, clouds of gas, other stars, even black holes. It has crossed a vacuum, unbothered by time or distance dot. And now, gently, it lands on your retina. A journey of thousands, even millions of years, ends in your eye. In a blink, the cosmos enters your body. And your mind, quiet and trusting, says, star. Even more astonishing, your body is made of atoms that once were near the origin of such photons. Carbon, calcium, iron, these were born in stars. So the light you see is not just from the stars. It is, in a quiet way, kin to you. You are not separate from the light. You are shaped by it, fed by it, warmed, guided, illuminated. Even in darkness, you carry its memory. Your skin knows sunrise. Your eyes remember colors long after they fade. You have grown up with light. It's how you read the world. The sparkle in someone's eye, the amber. In the sky before a storm, the flickering signs of life. And the speed it travels, 299,792,458 meters per second, is not just a number. It is the pulse by which all clocks must tick. Every photon that reaches you arrives with perfect timing, as if obeying a law older than stars, deeper than math dot, cannot go faster. It does not go slower. It just is dot now. Think of this. You close your eyes. The world goes dim, but not dark. Your mind still sees. Faint shapes, memories, colors behind the lids. What is that light? It is the echo, the afterglow of what you've already seen. Your brain, still glowing, still reflecting. Even in absence, even in sleep, light does not leave you. It lingers. Photons are gentle, unstoppable things. They remind you every moment that the world is always arriving, piece by piece, into your awareness. You don't live in the present. You live in the arrival. And that is enough dot. And so as you drift further inward, you begin to wonder, if everything you see is from the past, how can you ever know what now really is? But then you realize you don't need to. The beauty isn't in catching the present. It's in witnessing what made it possible. What you see is what was. And from that, you dream what could be. Picture a river, endless, quiet, and smooth. It doesn't roar. It doesn't crash. It simply moves, constant, steady, a current that flows not over land, but through the very shape of reality. This river is not made of water. It's made of something deeper, the invisible structure behind everything you know. It's called space-time, and like a gentle tide, it carries you forward even when you feel still. And the speed of light? That's the current's speed. The fastest it can flow. You can float on it. You can paddle against it. But you can never outrun it. Tonight, as your body rests, your mind drifts gently into that river. You feel it first not in your legs or hands, but in your awareness, as if your thoughts are slipping forward without you, carried by something vast and quiet and ancient. This river, this space-time, isn't just a backdrop. It's the stage and the story. Everything that happens, every step, every heartbeat, every falling leaf takes place inside it. And the speed of light is not just some cosmic speed limit. It's the pace at which everything meaningful happens. Now, close your eyes. Imagine you're holding a flashlight in a moving boat. You shine the light forward, and no matter how fast the boat goes, a beam of light races ahead of you at the exact same speed. Always the same, even if you speed up, even if you slow down. This is what puzzled the world for centuries. How can light always move at the same speed, no matter who sends it or how fast they're moving? The answer didn't come easily. It took a quiet, patient mind, a thinker named Albert Einstein, to realize that the problem wasn't light. It was time and space. They were not fixed. They were not absolute. They could stretch. They could shrink. They could bend around motion and mass and light itself. It was as if the river of space-time wasn't just flowing. It could ripple and twist depending on who was watching. In the universe Einstein described, time does not tick the same for everyone. Distance does not measure the same for everyone. What changes to keep the speed of light constant is reality itself. When you move quickly, very quickly, time slows down. Lengths shorten. Mass increases. These aren't illusions. They are the river adjusting to keep everything in harmony. You are still in your bed. The night is still quiet. But in your imagination, you are now gliding along the stream of space-time. And as you do, you feel the world shift, not in chaos, but in gentle, elegant balance. You reach out, trying to touch the current, but you can't feel it. Because you are it, you exist inside the flow. Your seconds, your cells, your stories, all shaped by this invisible river. Let's follow an example. Imagine two twins. One stays on Earth. The other boards a ship and travels near the speed of light for what feels like a few years. When the traveler returns, they've barely aged. Their sibling on Earth, however, has grown much older. It sounds like fantasy, but it's been measured. It's real. This is time dilation, time stretching based on motion. The faster you go, the slower your time moves. Also, the speed of light remains unchanged. Why? Because the universe protects its balance. If the speed of light must stay constant for all observers, then something else must give. That something is time and space and mass. They are flexible, not broken, but beautifully cooperative. You may never travel at light speed. You may never need to, but the river still moves for you. Your heart beats in rhythm with it. Your thoughts unfold along its curve. Every event in your life is shaped by its laws. Even GPS satellites, the ones guiding your phone or car, must correct for this effect. They orbit high above, where gravity is weaker and motion is faster, and their clocks tick differently than the ones on Earth. Without Einstein's insight, your directions would be wrong. But with it, the river guides you without fail. Space-time isn't just theory. It is the very thread of your experience. And now, in this chapter of night, you begin to feel that thread, not as something distant, but as something gentle and intimate. You are not moving through time. You are woven into it, just like light, just like stars. And this is why nothing can travel faster than light. Because to do so would mean moving outside the fabric, breaking the weave, untying the thread. The river would have to part for you. And it cannot. Its current is not a barrier. It is a shape, a law. A song. To try to move faster would not just break the rules. It would unravel the meaning of motion itself. And so, the universe whispers, go as fast as you like. But this river, this speed, will always be ahead of you, keeping everything in harmony. You might ask, but what is space-time really? The answer is soft. It is the stage on which distance and duration are drawn. It is not made of atoms. It cannot be seen or held. But when a mass enters it, like a planet or a person, it curves. like a boat pressing down into water, forming a wake, a shape, gravity that is not a pull from a planet. It's the bending of this river around something heavy. You fall not because Earth grabs you, but because the river curves toward it, even. Falling is a kind of floating along a bent path of space-time. Isn't that beautiful? Even the things that bring you down are gentle curves in the flow. You are not separate from this dance. You are part of it. Every motion you make, from a finger twitch to a breath, is written along the lines of this river dot, and when you rest, as you do now, the current still carries you, not toward a destination, but through the experience of being. You are a traveler, not just across miles or memories, but through the fabric of space-time itself. And the speed of light? It is the pace that keeps the music from playing too fast. That is the rhythm that lets the universe stay in tune. Time seems simple at first. 1 second, then another. 1 minute, and then the next. But beneath its steady ticking, time is not as rigid as it seems. It stretches. It softens. It dances dot, and tonight, as your body lies still and your breath deepens, you begin to drift with it, not as a watcher of time, but as a participant in its quiet rhythm. You already know time changes based on how we experience it. A joyful hour passes quickly. A restless night feels long. But what if time itself, not just your sense of it, really moved differently? The answer is yes. And it's called time dilation. Let's imagine two travelers. One stays here on Earth. The other climbs into a spaceship and travels close to the speed of light. For the traveler in the ship, only a few months pass. But back on Earth, years might go by dot when they return. The one who stayed has grown old. The one who traveled is still young. Two paths, one moment split in two. This is not science fiction. It's a proven fact of our universe, Dot. So how does this happen? To answer that, we return to the river, space-time, and to the way light sets its pace. Nothing can go faster than light. And so, as an object moves faster through space, the universe adjusts something else to keep balance. It lets that object move. Slower through time. You move faster in one direction, and so you must move slower in another. That other is time. Picture time as a thread being stretched. The faster you go, the more gently the thread stretches out behind you. Your moments still pass, but with more space between them. You still live each second, but the seconds unfold more slowly from the universe's perspective. Dot. It's as if time is leaning back, letting you glide forward without rushing your steps. Even now, aboard the Earth as it speeds through space, you experience tiny amounts of time dilation. You don't feel it. It doesn't affect your sleep or your thoughts. But atomic clocks, the most precise we have, can measure the difference. If one is kept on a plane that flies long distances and another stays still, they slowly fall out of sync. The clock in motion ticks more slowly. The effect is small unless you're traveling very fast, near the speed of light. But it is there, constant and silent, like a soft shift in the universe's breathing. And now you wonder, if time can move more slowly for some, could it ever stop entirely? In theory, yes. If you were to reach the speed of light, truly reach it, time, for you would freeze. From your perspective, the whole universe might unfold in a single instant. No waiting, no ticking, no before or after. Just now, stretched into forever. But this can't happen for you. Only light can move that fast. You have mass. And mass can't keep up. Still. Even if you can't stop time, you can feel it change. You've felt it before, in the way a perfect moment seems to last longer than it should. In the way a goodbye slows the air. In the way sleep pulls you into a realm where minutes can feel like hours, or vanish entirely. That's time's secret. It's not always steady, and it doesn't treat every traveler the same. Time obeys the speed of light. It adjusts to keep the balance. This is not a flaw. It's a gift because it means that time is not cruel. It doesn't punish the fast or forget the slow. It simply adapts gently and precisely to how you move. And this adaptation isn't just about speed. It's also about gravity. Strong gravity. Like near a planet or a black hole, bends space-time deeply. And where it bends, time slows down. This means the closer you are to something heavy, the slower time moves for you. Clocks at sea level tick more slowly than clocks on mountain peaks. Astronauts on the International Space Station age just a little faster than people on Earth. The difference is small, tiny, in fact, but it's real. And it reminds you that time is always watching the shape of space. You float in bed and imagine yourself moving faster and faster, first at the speed of a plane, then a rocket, then a fraction of light speed. You feel the world stretch. Your surroundings blur. Your own sense of time quiets, as if the ticking grows further apart. What would it feel like? Not like rushing, more like pausing. More like your life moving through honey, slow and smooth and steady, while the world outside continues at its usual pace. You aren't missing anything. You're just moving differently. Time dilation teaches us something beautiful, that the universe is not fixed, that it adjusts itself to protect harmony. And more than that, it tells you that movement and time are partners in a dance, never stepping on each other, always staying in rhythm. In a way, your dreams tonight are another kind of time dilation. Inside them, time moves strangely. A full journey can pass in the space of a few seconds. A long conversation can occur between two heartbeats, and when you wake, you may not remember all of it, but you'll carry the feeling, soft, distant, strangely familiar. Your sleep is a gentle bending of time, and the dreams you drift through are echoes of your own inner motion. Even here, still and quiet, time wraps around you, adjusting to your breath, your thoughts, your being. You are not ruled by time. You are held by it. Cradled, sung to like a lullaby written in seconds. You've felt the current. You've watched time stretch and soften as you imagined yourself moving faster. Now, you float quietly on the edge, not of sleep, but of possibility. The edge of motion. It's a strange idea, isn't it? That motion can have an edge. There could be a speed not just hard to reach, but fundamentally impossible. But the universe has whispered its rules, and you've heard them. The speed of light is not a destination. It is a horizon. To understand why, you don't need math. You only need to imagine the feeling of moving faster and faster, not in a car, not in a rocket, but in your very self, your body wrapped in velocity. Picture this. You are in a spacecraft, sleek and silent, floating in the black. There is no wind here, no roads, just stars and the idea of forward. You start slowly, then faster. You reach 10,000 kilometers per hour, then 100,000, then 1,000,000. And still, the speed of light waits ahead, not closer, not further, but always just beyond. You push your engines harder, and something strange happens. Your ship resists acceleration. It feels heavier. Not metaphorically, but literally. Its mass increases. The faster you move, the more mass you have. Where does this added mass come from? It is not taken from somewhere. It is the result of energy converting, because in Einstein's universe, mass and energy are two faces of the same thing. E equals mc squared. This quiet, elegant equation means the more energy you pour into an object, the more massive it becomes. So to keep accelerating, to get closer to light speed, you must give more energy. And as you do, your mass increases. More energy, more mass, more resistance. is like trying to push a balloon through honey. Only the more you push, the larger and heavier the balloon becomes. Soon, you are giving infinite energy. But instead of speeding up, your ship simply grows heavier. Time inside the ship slows down. Distance compresses. The world outside blurs. But light still moves ahead of you, not out of reach in the usual way, but out of reach because the rules will not allow the chase. This is the limit. Not because we haven't built the right engines, not because we're missing some technology, but because reality itself would break. If you try at the speed of light, time stops. Mass becomes infinite, and energy required becomes uncontainable. The fabric of space-time, the river you float in, begins to strain, but it never tears, because the limit is built in. The river turns to mist at that edge and says, "Here, no further." It is not a wall. It is a rule. As natural and calm as gravity, as permanent as breath. Now rest in that idea, because it is not a disappointment. It is a grace. If we could exceed the speed of light, our sense of cause and effect would unravel. One event could happen before its reason. Time would no longer move forward. Moments would tangle. The cosmos would lose its rhythm. But because light is the limit, everything has order. First this, then that. Signals arrive in sequence. Stars shine before we see them. Actions ripple outward at predictable speeds. This limit is what gives the universe its coherence. And coherence means comfort. It means trust. It means knowing that the past stays past, and the future waits to unfold. In a world where light has no limit, you might receive the end of a message before the start. You might see a star explode before it's born. Your memories would shiver loose from time. Instead, what you get is peace, a deep underlying stillness, a law that says there is a pace for all things, and it will not be rushed. Light's speed, in this way, is not a race to win. It's a boundary of meaning. You are free to move, to orbit, to fly, but only within the rhythm of light's reach. And that rhythm gives rise to everything you know, the colors you see, the warmth you feel, the electricity in your brain, the growth of trees, the turning of planets. All happen under this shared rule. And so, when you lie still, you are not separate from the edge of motion. You are motion. Your heart beats with chemical pulses. Your neurons fire with electrical charge. Inside your cells, electrons leap and fall, releasing slivers of light in return. Even in sleep, you are a spark. You are not chasing light. You are part of it. And though your body has mass, and mass cannot match a photon's speed, the energy of your thoughts, your sense of wonder, your dreams, ride beside it in imagination. The mind floats where the body cannot. So you rest tonight not with frustration, but with reverence. The boundary of motion isn't a prison. It's a cradle, a softly drawn line that holds the universe in balance. And just beyond that line, the realm of the photon. The child of no time, the traveler of endless darkness, the messenger who always arrives but never waits. You may never reach it, but you are shaped by it, guided by it, illuminated by it. And sometimes, in sleep, you almost feel what it would be like to shed your weight, to stop your clock, to drift endlessly forward. Not in speed, but in stillness, because light does not rush. It simply is, and the more we try to chase it, the more we learn about ourselves. Light seems gentle. You feel it every day, on your skin, through your windows, across the walls at sunrise. It arrives without sound, without pressure, without pause. It touches, but does not weigh. And yet, despite having no mass, light moves things. That might seem impossible. How can something without weight still have force? But here, again, the universe reveals one of its soft secrets. Even what feels weightless can carry momentum. Tonight, your body is still, but your thoughts drift forward like leaves on a breeze. And now you find yourself floating alongside a beam of sunlight. It seems thin, doesn't it? Frail, like a golden thread drawn through the dark. But follow it far enough, and you'll see what it can do. In the vastness of space, comets drift. Their surfaces, dusty and icy, are sculpted by light itself. When photons from the sun strike their surface, they push, gently, invisibly, but constantly. Over time, this push can redirect a comet's tail. It can bend orbits. It can shift destinies. This is called radiation pressure, the subtle shove of a photon in motion. Though a photon has no mass, it has energy. And because energy and momentum are entwined, a photon, despite being massless, can nudge. One tiny nudge means almost nothing. But billions, trillions of photons, flowing constantly, can move sails in the void. And yes, real sails. Scientists have built solar sails, great, thin sheets of material that catch the pressure of sunlight like fabric catches wind. There are no engines, no fuel, just light, pure momentum, gifted by photons. A spacecraft riding sunlight. And you're riding the idea of it, the dream that something invisible can still matter. In your own world. This truth hides in plain sight. Every time you look in a mirror, photons bounce, they strike and reflect, changing direction, transferring momentum. A laser hitting a tiny object can make it move. A burst of light can spin a microscopic wheel. And inside your body, in your smallest particles, this same exchange occurs. Photons guide electrons, shift atoms, trigger reactions that begin with just a flash. So yes, light is powerful, even when it's soft. And power here doesn't mean forcefulness. It means presence. It means persistence. And isn't that a comforting thought? That even what seems gentle, but has no weight, no touch, can change the course of things. Perhaps it's not unlike kindness. You don't see it land, but it moves people. It changes direction. It builds momentum over time. Light is the same. Quiet, patient, always arriving. And always leaving something changed. Tonight, imagine yourself holding your hand out in the dark. You can't feel light landing, but it's happening. Photons collide with your skin. Some bounce. Some warm you. Some push, just enough to be measurable. If you had the tools, the sensitivity to notice. And in space, without wind, without gravity, light's push becomes undeniable. It is the whisper that sails can hear. It is the engine without fuel. It is the hand on the back that never tires. And here on Earth, the same is true, but smaller, subtler, scattered into everyday moments. You are bathed in light from the sun. You are touched by photons from ancient stars. You are warmed by light that has danced across oceans of emptiness just to find you. And that light brings more than heat. It brings motion. It brings change. You are not motionless. Even now, your cells respond to light. Your rhythms, sleep, wakefulness, hunger, are guided by it. The photons that strike your eyes each morning do not just let you see. They set your clock. They reset your inner world, syncing you with the world beyond. You move because of light, even when you don't. Feel it. And this momentum, this invisible shove, reminds you that not all power is loud. Not all force is violent. Sometimes the most profound movements begin with something weightless, something like a photon, something like a breath, something like a thought. Now drift back, not from the science, but from the stillness. You lie, here, your body quiet, and yet inside you, billions of reactions occur every second, many triggered by photons. You are, in a small but very real way, powered by light. Your food begins with it, plants catching it, storing its energy. Your thoughts depend on it, cells reacting to light-based rhythms. Your warmth, your vision, your breath, all threads connected to light's presence. And each of those photons, those tiny messengers without mass, pushes, ever so slightly, like a word, like a memory, like a promise. You don't have to feel heavy to have an effect. You don't have to be loud to leave a mark. And light teaches you that. Every moment, without asking. There are stories in the dark, not whispered in words, but painted in light. Outside your window, beyond the hush of night, the sky glows, soft pinpricks of brightness scattered across an ancient canvas. You've seen these stars all your life. They feel familiar, but tonight, in the quiet of your body and the openness of your breath, you begin to realize something extraordinary. You are not looking at stars. You are reading their letters. Each point of light is a message, a note that began its journey long ago, carried on a photon's back, across cold space, across years or centuries, just to find you. Light is not instant. It travels like everything else, and though it moves faster than anything in the universe, distance gives it meaning. The light you see now may have left its star before you were born, before your parents were born, before cities, before names. And yet here it is, touching your eyes, settling into your brain, writing its message directly into your awareness. This is not metaphor. This is physics. The light from a star 100 light years away left 100 years ago. That light has been moving the entire time, steadily, patiently, unwavering, through dust clouds, gravitational fields, and silence. It passed galaxies. It outran comets. It slipped between atoms. And tonight, it finishes its journey in you. Your eyes are not just receivers. They are time machines. They let you see what was, not what is. And that means you live in a world made of memory. Not your memory, but the universe's. Each photon carries information. Its color tells you the temperature of the star that made it. Its rhythm hints at vibration. Its shifts in wavelength reveal if its source is moving toward you or away. This is called the Doppler effect, and you know it already, the way a siren changes pitch as it passes. With light, it works too. If a star moves away, its light stretches, turns redder. If it moves closer, it compresses, turns bluer. So even the color of starlight is part of the message. It says, I'm here. I was hot. I was moving. I was real. And you, quietly resting under blankets or simply behind your own eyelids, become a reader of this cosmic language. It doesn't use grammar. It doesn't rhyme. But it is full of rhythm, full of truth. Astronomers use this light to decode the sky. With nothing but photons, they can measure the age of stars, the chemistry of distant planets, the direction of galaxies. They do not need to visit these places. The light comes to them. Like bottled history. You may never hold a star, but you can know it. You can feel its presence through the warmth and color it sends, and you can let your imagination fill in the gaps. Perhaps that's what makes stargazing so human. It's not just seeing, it's receiving. Even the ancient ones knew it. They looked up and gave names to patterns. Orion, Cassiopeia, the Great Bear, stories stitched into the sky. But beneath those myths was something older still. Light, traveling not for us, but still to us. A star does not choose where its light will go. It radiates in all directions. But when that light reaches you, you become part of the journey. Your eye catches it. Your mind interprets it. And the universe becomes personal. There is something soft and sacred in this. even alone in the dark. You are never really alone. The stars are speaking, not in words, but in memory. And in wonder, think now of the oldest light of all, the cosmic. Microwave background, faint radiation left over from the birth of the universe. It's everywhere, in every direction. It's not bright, not obvious, but it's there. A soft glow, like the echo of creation. And you, with the right instruments, or just with your quiet curiosity, can feel it. It is the oldest message of all. Proof that there was a beginning. Proof that light has always been reaching forward, always finding new eyes. You might wonder, if a star dies, does its light stop? No, its light that has already left keeps going. The star may be gone, but the message it sent is still traveling. Some of the stars you see may no longer exist, but their light lives on. Isn't that beautiful? That something can end, but still be seen, still be felt, still be understood. And if light carries memory, then so do you. You are made of the same atoms that once burned in stars. You are the result of past energy, transformed and reassembled. You too are a message, written by time, delivered by light. So rest in that truth. Let it fill your chest, then soften into your breath. The stars are not distant. They are your kin. Their light is your inheritance. And tonight, as you drift toward sleep, remember, the universe is not silent. It speaks in photons. It sends its past into your present, so that you may dream of futures not yet written. Darkness falls softly around you, folding the edges of the day into quiet shadow. The stars shimmer far above, but the light that fills. Your world is growing thin, a fading thread that challenges your eyes to remember how to see. It's strange, isn't it? How in bright sunlight, you barely notice your eyes working, but in the dark, they become alive in a different way. They are no longer tools of sharp detail, but instruments of gentle patience, learning to catch the faintest glimmers. Your eyes have two kinds of helpers, cones and rods. The cones work best in daylight, allowing you to see colors and crisp shapes. But when light dims, the rods take over. They are far more sensitive, and they guide you through the world's soft shadows. In the night, color fades away. The world becomes a tapestry of grays and blacks and soft shapes. Your vision slows down, becoming less about sharp edges and more about subtle hints. It's as if your eyes trade clarity for mystery, offering you a different kind of seeing, one that trusts in intuition and in your brain's quiet craftsmanship. Think of walking through a forest just after dusk. You don't see every leaf or blade of grass clearly, but your eyes catch movements. A rustle, a shadow, a soft flicker. Your mind fills in the gaps, turning blurs into shapes, and turning shapes into stories. This is how your vision adapts to darkness. Through cooperation between eye and mind, through patience and gentle guesswork. There's another secret too. Your pupils, those dark circles at the center of your eyes, expand in low light, letting in as many photons as possible. They grow wide and round, like open doors inviting light inside. This physical change helps you gather every available glow. Your retina, the delicate layer of cells at the back of your eye, becomes a field of eager catchers, ready to catch the few photons arriving. Even a single photon can trigger a signal, a tiny whisper of light that your brain can amplify. And your brain is the true magician here. It takes these small signals and weaves them into vision, painting images where light is sparse. But seeing in the dark is not just about biology. It's also about time. Your eyes need minutes to adjust, to shift gears from bright to dim. That slow adaptation is a quiet gift. It asks you to slow down, to breathe, to become patient. Just as your body rests in sleep, your eyes rest in darkness, allowing rods to sharpen their sensitivity, preparing you to navigate the dim world. This is a dance of trust, trusting your senses, trusting your brain, trusting the world to reveal itself slowly. In total darkness, your other senses rise. Your ears pick up the softest sounds, the brush of leaves, the drip of water. Your skin feels temperature shifts, the soft breeze on your cheek. Your vision blends with these senses, building a map of the night that is both physical and imagined. And there's a kind of poetry in this, a reminder that seeing is not just about light, but about connection, about openness to the unseen. As you rest now, imagine your eyes adjusting to night. Feel your pupils widen, gathering all the dim photons they can find. Sense your mind filling in shadows with stories and shapes. Notice how you don't need perfect clarity to feel safe and held. In this darkness, you become a traveler, not lost, but exploring, not fearful, but curious. The night does not erase you. It invites you to see differently. And through that difference, you discover a new kind of light, the light inside yourself, quiet and steady, guiding you through the dark. Closing lines, bridge to Chapter 9. Light, space, and the dance of particles. When darkness deepens, your eyes adapt, but beyond sight, light itself dances in ways you cannot see. Next, we'll journey inward, into the world of particles and waves, where light is both a particle and a wave, and the universe hums with invisible motion. In the quiet of night, you imagine light not just as a beam, but as a dance between wave and particle, two forms that seem opposite, yet are one and the same. For centuries, scientists believed light was a wave, rippling through space like waves on a pond. These waves carried color and energy, stretching and compressing in beautiful rhythms. But then, they discovered something strange. Light also acts like a particle, a tiny, discrete package of energy called a photon. Imagine now that every beam of light is a collection of these photons, each a dancer on the stage of space, moving in rhythm and pulse. This is the heart of quantum mechanics, the science of the very small, where classical ideas bend and stretch. Space, once thought empty, is not silent or still. It vibrates. It hums. It holds possibilities. Photons and electrons don't just move. They interact, sometimes like partners in a delicate ballet, sometimes like strangers crossing paths unexpectedly. Your body, your thoughts, your very breath are made of particles. Dancing in this space, the light that warms your skin is made of photons colliding gently with atoms, nudging electrons into new orbits, sparking reactions, empowering the chemistry of life. And yet these particles can be waves too, spreading out, overlapping, interfering. It's as if the universe plays a game, where the rules are not fixed, but probabilistic, where certainty dissolves into possibility. You might think this sounds strange, but it's the way the world truly works. From the smallest scales to the grandest light you see in the sky, even your eyes rely on this dance, catching photons and translating their signals into images. And your brain, in turn, interprets patterns from these quantum interactions, turning them into the reality you experience. As you lie still, let your mind float alongside these particles. Imagine photons as graceful dancers, moving in waves and sparks, passing energy like whispered secrets. The empty space between particles isn't empty at all. It's a stage set with vibrations, fields, and unseen energy. This is the quantum field, an invisible ocean where particles appear and vanish, where nothing is truly still. And yet, this invisible dance shapes everything. The stability of atoms, the flow of electricity, the glow of stars. When you breathe, your body harnesses this dance, capturing photons in your cells, converting their energy into life. You are a symphony of quantum dancers, a participant in this endless, elegant motion. And now, as you drift closer to sleep, feel the pulse of this dance. Feel the rhythm that underlies your being. That connects you to the universe's deepest song. You are not separate from this dance. You are its expression. The waves and particles within you sing softly. A lullaby of energy and light. A melody that carries you gently into rest. You are a universe. Not just a body, a mind, or a collection of thoughts, but a vast, shimmering cosmos wrapped in skin, breathing in rhythm with stars long gone and light still arriving. Take a slow breath now. Feel the air move through your lungs, the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle expansion of your body. Each breath is a journey. Air carries molecules forged in ancient processes, oxygen that once danced inside long-dead forests, carbon shaped inside fiery stars, and nitrogen cycling through oceans and clouds. Your very breath is a meeting place between the distant past and this quiet moment. Within your cells, atoms born in the hearts of stars combine and recombine, forming the complex molecules that give you life. You carry stardust in every cell, echoes of cosmic fires that burned billions of years ago. Your heartbeat is a pulse of energy, a rhythmic dance mirroring the movements of galaxies. Your nervous system hums with electrical signals, tiny sparks like those that light the distant stars. In every breath, in every thought, you hold the universe's story. Tonight, as your body rests, let yourself feel this connection deeply. Not as a fact to know, but as a quiet truth to live. The universe is not distant or separate. It is inside you, woven into the fabric of your being. And in this moment of calm, the cosmos sighs with you. Your exhale is the echo of ancient explosions. Your inhale is the promise of endless possibility. You are a vessel of light, a carrier of time, a traveler on the same river as the stars. Let that thought settle like soft dust on your mind. Let it bring peace, because you are made of light and silence, of energy and breath, of past and future intertwined. You are home in the universe, and the universe is home in you. Sleep now, carried gently by this cosmic lullaby, a song as old as time and as new as this very breath.